Hi everyone and welcome to my review of the Sharq PS4 controller, modded controller. As you can see here, I've got the camo, which was my original controller, and I had this one sent in so they could modify my own controller rather than buying one from their website. I just found it to be a bit more cost effective and save a bit of money on that really. So what did I have done to the controller? First things obviously to go into the Sharq warehouse was to have the fin paddles put on the back of the controller, and you can have these fins programmed to have any buttons that you choose to make it easier, so you don't have to actually take off your fingers between the joysticks and the buttons. So I've had them allocated to the X and the circle on the back. My opinions on this are, yeah, it is fantastic, you know, without having to take your fingers off this, and just to use the two paddles on the back as the buttons definitely saves you in a lot of situations. You know, I play a lot of Call of Duty, and I found that it definitely does help. Wouldn't say that my KD has gone up dramatically. I think I was running on probably about a 1.1 before I had the controller, and since having the controller I'm now running on a 1.2. So there are some situations that it will help you get out of, but it wouldn't say it makes you a better player as such. Just gives you the advantage in some situations. So quality on the actual paddles themselves, I've had this controller for probably about 6 months now, and they're still working perfect. Been no problems, no cracking. Let's see if I can get a close up there. You know, they're very solid. Couldn't see any faults with them occurring. You know, I think obviously if you put a lot of pressure on the back of these, they will snap, but you know, you're not really going to intend to put that much pressure on them. So overall, in terms of the paddles on the back, fantastic. I think they're really good. Yeah, I think overall I'd say that the paddles do make the gaming a lot more fun. The second thing I had done to the controller, as you can see in the light glistening off the back of it, is the Sharq controller grip. I thought it would give me a lot more grip, if I'm honest, but I think it's more of an aesthetic look than grip, because yeah, there's no real grip on the back of them. It may, you know, allow air to get through those ripples on the back and keep your hands cool, but you know, as with any gaming, you get in them situations, you're going to have sweaty hands. I don't think this helps. I still find that, you know, playing the game, you're still going to get sweaty hands. But yeah, does it make the controller look good? Yeah, I think it does. It puts that different look onto it. Would I put it on again if I was to get another one? Probably not. I think it's just a look rather than a game enhancer. From there, as I said, I sent my own controller in, which is the camo. I did request to have some print put onto this one. I wasn't told that, you know, because of the actual controller itself, because it's got a wrap on there or some kind of design on there, that they couldn't actually put the logos on either side of these. So although I paid for that, I didn't actually get that. What they did do for me though is the actual analog sticks themselves. They were just in production of changing these, and you can now get the step up analogs. So as you can see, the left one's got the standard size on there, but the right one's been increased in size by 1, and I believe you can buy extra toggles on these, so you can have the height increased or decreased as you wish. As you can see, there's just like a hexagon shape in there that it just clips into. It's pretty good. My only problem with this is, as I said, I've had the controller now for probably, what, 6 months? But when playing the game now, the right analog stick tends to veer to the right even when I'm not pressing it. So an example of this will be is when you're in, say for example, the Call of Duty home screen and you're on your player or the gun, the player will just keep on turning. If you give a sharp push on the left, it will stop it, but you know, after a few minutes of gameplay, that will then veer to the right again. So it does and is causing problems, but nothing that I can't work with. I can't be asked really to send the controller back to them to get it fixed. The time scale on the actual controller, I sent it in and they said it would take 14 to 28 days. I think I waited probably about 6 to 8 weeks, and that was after me chasing through Twitter, Facebook, emails, conversations to find out where my controller was. Understandably, I can, you know, I'm sure you can imagine they're a busy company, and I imagine they've got loads of orders coming through. But you know, if you set a timeline to a customer, you'd expect it to be held up. But yeah, it did take quite a while for it to come through. Overall, my opinion on the handset is, yeah, it's fantastic. It definitely makes the gaming experience a lot better. Just having the paddles on the back and being able to play without moving the finger across to the thumb across to the buttons to reload or jump makes it a lot easier. Would I purchase one again? Yeah, I probably would, but there'll be some things on here that I wouldn't necessarily get changed. Maybe I wouldn't have the analog sticks put on there. I'd maybe just get some control freaks and have them instead, rather than messing around with the actual interior of the controller. I said the aesthetics of the grip on the back I probably wouldn't have either. I can't see it makes a huge amount of difference. The main part of this company is going to be the Sharq fins on the back of the controller itself, and they do work very well. And quality wise, yeah, I'd say that they are very good quality and will last a long time. This is just a sticker I've had to put on the back there, but you can see here it's got the, I don't know if that will go on there, there we go, the Sharq controller seal of approval. Overall, if I was to rate this out of 5, without the problems with the analog stick, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5, but because I'm having the problems with the analog stick, as I said, they don't cause that much of a difference, but I'd probably say 3 out of 5. And if you're going to be thinking about spending, you know, between £50 to £100 on a controller, if you've got the money, yeah, fantastic, do it. But it really does come down to how much you game, I suppose. But that's my thoughts and feelings on the Sharq controller. Any questions you've got, feel free to drop a comment and I'll happily answer as many as I can. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And drop a like on this video, and I'll continue to upload different aspects of gaming, and maybe in the near future some phones as well. Okay, thanks for watching guys, my name's been Wes, and I'll catch you soon on another video. Cheers, bye.